But of course, if there's a horrible shooting committed by a crazed lunatic in small-town America, as we have now, they're going to jump on the opportunity to try to take guns out of the hands of law-abiding citizens.
Gun violence has terrorized and traumatized so many of our communities in this country. And let us be clear, it does not have to be this way, as our friends in Australia have demonstrated.
Now, let's take a look at what Australia has actually done. In 1996, the country launched a huge crackdown on gun ownership, outlawing automatic and semi-automatic rifles and shotguns. They also launched a mandatory nationwide gun buyback. More than 640,000 guns were destroyed that year. In order to own a gun in Australia, you need to have a, quote, genuine reason for having one. And to go even further, they are right now trying to create a national gun registry. Joining me now is Colion Noir, Second Amendment advocate and attorney. Colion, is Kamala signaling a gun grab? As their dream is a gun grab in the United States. Is that not true?
No, that's absolutely true. She was even asked one time during an interview if she believed in a mandatory buyback, which is basically a euphemism for a confiscation. And she basically said, yes, that's exactly what I want to do. But they like to use these euphemisms to fool a lot of people in the masses so they don't realize that a gun buyback, a mandatory gun buyback, is literally a gun confiscation, which is exactly what they did in Australia. They call it a buyback, but it was mandatory, which is a confiscation.
So it's just the semantic game that they're playing. What was interesting, Colion, today, and looking through the coverage of what was happening, these horrific killings in Maine, is individuals who were barricaded in their homes would come out and talk to police and come out and talk to the media. And so many of them were saying, you know, thank you for being here to the police. I wish I owned a firearm. I saw that 3 or 4 times today. And I think when people feel vulnerable, they wish they could defend themselves.
Yeah, see, the irony is Maine is considered, the second most safest state in the country. And they also are considered one of the most pro-gun states in the country. The thing is, though, when you live in a very safe environment, sometimes we get lulled into complacency. And we think that we're safe because we feel safe, which doesn't necessarily mean you are safe. And then when you start to realize that, maybe I should have a firearm, it usually happens when it's too late. And so that's why you have individuals now saying, well, now there's a manhunt going on and the police don't know where he is. And now you're at home. You don't have a firearm and you have no means to protect yourself. And neither can the police because they're too busy looking for the guy. So that's the one thing that I've always tried to hammer on to people with respect to the Second Amendment. It's there to give you the ability to protect you and your family. And I just wish that people would understand that. But because of the semantics and the games that the left likes to play with respect to the Second Amendment, they fall into this belief system that nobody needs a firearm until you do. And then at that point, it's too late.
Yeah, or you have to go to the government to justify your exercising your inalienable rights, which is not the way the founders understood it. Colion, thank you so much.
Guns aren't political. That's why I need your help getting this message to spread on YouTube by clicking the thumbs up button, leaving a comment to let me know what you think of the video, then subscribing to the channel. But most importantly, click that bell symbol. For products featured in this video, click the links in the description.